How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, this is not going to be your average explore video because this is actually a place that I have explored already. If you want to check out the full explore, check it in the link down below. This is actually a kind of a chat while looking around an abandoned building. This is to show how much I've come in 2 years. This place is a place, like I said, I've been before. This was actually my very first ever explore on YouTube. So if you guys haven't checked the video out, go check it out because it's kind of a special one. Like I said, I'll link it down below. But today we're going to have a look around, see a few changes. It's definitely way more smashed than when I first came, and talk a bit about my first visit here and also how things have changed since then. Right guys, so like I said, this is a bit of a different explore today, hence why I'm sitting down chilling. And this is kind of my favourite part of explores. It's something that I've said about in numerous videos. One of my favourite parts is actually the ability to be able to come to places like this, sit down and just chill and relax and enjoy the surroundings, because it's so peaceful, it's so tranquil, and you don't get that often in your daily life, and that's kind of why I enjoy it. But I wanted to talk to you first of all about my experience when I first came to this place, and how much that's changed since I first started exploring. As you can see right now, I've got a nice looking explore bag. I'm talking to you using a mic on my shirt, and the camera at the moment is sitting on a gimbal with lights and stuff attached. When I first started exploring, I didn't have any of that, none at all. It was a completely new experience to me, something I'd never ever experienced before, and it was all new. I remember coming here and I was wearing like jeans, which is probably more sensible than shorts, to be honest, today. But I was wearing jeans and I had bright orange trainers on, which to this day I think is hilarious, because it's one of those things you want to try and sneak into a place and not get seen. Yeah, I had bright orange trainers on. I had a suede jacket on, which didn't last very long when I started exploring. I also didn't have a good camera as well, so I didn't know at the time, having not filmed for very much on YouTube, I didn't know what type of camera to get. So I just bought many. I bought many different types of cameras. I think I had something like this generic kind of GoPro type thing. It wasn't even a GoPro, it was like a GoPro. And I had like 2 different DSLRs. I think I had a Canon M and a Canon 1200D, none of which are very good for recording video. I didn't have a mic. What else? I had my phone and things. Like I said, I had no spare batteries or anything as well. So I just, every time I ran out of battery power on a camera, I switched cameras to a different one. And such a stupid thing to do when I think about it nowadays. It's more expensive to buy multiple cameras than it is to buy spare batteries. So don't know why I did it. I think it was just testing stuff out, seeing what worked and what didn't work. But yeah, it's crazy to think, like 2 years ago I was here and this was my first ever explore, and now we're back. I have actually filmed here before in a video that you guys haven't seen. I may show you a little bit of footage throughout this one, just that isn't wasted. But we actually came here last year on Halloween, and we're planning on doing a Halloween special, which unfortunately didn't really kind of work, so I didn't release it. So this isn't the first time I've been back since that very first explore, but this is the first time I've come back during the day to come and look around. And it's cool, it's such a cool place. So quiet. We're right on the sea right now as well, so you've got like seagulls flying over, it's a nice breeze coming in. But it's a crazy place, and that's again, like I said, that's what I enjoy about the explorers, coming to these mad places that you don't get to see in everyday life, and it's so quiet and tranquil, and enjoying it with friends as well. But anyway, I've talked long enough. I'm going to show you guys around. Again, if you want to see the full explore of this place, please do go check out the original video. I apologise, it is pretty terrible, but go check it out, and I'll show you the best bits around here as we walk around and talk a bit more. So, something I've talked about a little over the years is why I started making urban exploring videos in the first place. But for those who don't know, this channel has been around for about 5 years, and up until March of 2017 it was a channel solely based around gaming. I did have a second channel called Days Live that was based around life experiences and days out, but one thing that I'd always wanted to try my hand at was exploring abandoned buildings. At college I had been a history student, so this kind of thing always piqued my interest when it popped up on YouTube. So after seeing another channel called Exploring the Unseen World, who are relatively local to me, I decided to contact them and see if they'd be interested in a collaboration with my second channel. And this is where this place comes into it. Soon enough we arrived at the location and my heart was pounding, as I dreaded the inevitable moment when we'd have to make entry. I remember quietly praying to myself that there would be an open window or a door or a hole just somewhere that would make the experience easier. As you guys do know, I'm not the best climber even now, so imagine how I felt the first time I did it. So we climbed to the top of the fort embankment and one by one clambered over the gates. And I'm pretty sure that somewhere along the line I also got stuck on the barbed wire too. Safe to say it wasn't the most graceful entrance into a location, but it got worse. After we struggled over the fence and had passed all the equipment over bit by bit, we realised that there was a hole in the fence only meters away. That aside, we were in my first ever explore. Sorry, that's
the next step looks dodgy.
Certainly not good up there.
This one? Yeah. I can see a massive gap for it.
Please don't fall on me.
Over there, just somewhere. Oh, there's more steps. Okay, and more tunnels and shit. It's only go down these steps, I reckon.
Everything's prison break.
No, not everything is prison break.
So it's been actually nearly 3 years since I first recorded an abandoned location, and during those 2 to 3 years we have done some incredible locations, and along the way met some amazing new friends. Urban exploring for me is not only an adventure, but an escape from my daily, boring life working in retail, by breaking the mould and doing something different. Back when I started exploring, when I was just doing gaming on the channel, I started the second channel to force myself to leave the house, to get out and exercise and actually do stuff. And it has actually shown, because in the last few years I've lost about 2 stone just being more active. I'm obviously a long way from modelling swimsuits on a catwalk, but that has still had a huge difference on my life and I intend to keep that up moving forward. So talking of moving forward, what do I see for the future of Urbex? Undoubtedly the once secretive and closed off community is now out and open to a lot of people. New channels are cropping up all the time, and I can see the fears of long-time explorers, who believe that this is a bad thing. The more people doing it, the more attention the hobby gets, giving the authorities more reasons to crack down on trespassing laws. It really is a catch-22, as it's amazing to see these abandoned places and show you guys what we find, but by doing that it shines a very bright light in the direction of urban exploring, and I don't pretend to know the answer. The best way I personally could think about it is using what I've learned in the past 2 to 3 years, is that these explorers are temporary. My job is to capture these places hopefully at their best and document the way they were before they got smashed, demolished or redeveloped. This location for example had plans about a year and a half ago to be redeveloped. When we came here last year we found a security house at the top of the fort full of plans for the site, as well as branded mugs, posters and other things. But those plans fell through and once again this place has just been left to rot. The thing is, what you need to remember is that in this day and age, land is valuable, and developers want to acquire and build on these sites as fast as they can. But that is not always possible due to many reasons, such as costs, listed or historical buildings, or some other factor. And then sometimes we have the miraculous fires that break out at locations just as companies are applying for planning permission on the site, and explorers are used as a convenient scapegoat for the reasons why. But that is a subject for another video. Maybe. So guys, that is this explore. I hope you've enjoyed this different video. It's gradually getting dark now. I'm just about to take some pictures of the sunset, so I'll insert some of those as we go. But if you have liked it, please leave it a like and a comment down below, and I'll see you again next time. See ya!